All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Wakak, Wadash. Giving double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect scattered abroad. It's your brother Tazapanya, Banyamyan of the Sons of Yashala came out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Coming at you again with another quick hit. I, through the spirit of Pav Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Lord willing, is edifying to the elect. So this is going to be a little walk and talk, quick hit walk and talk. You know what I mean? And as you see the topic, it says what? Keep the works into the end. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. You know? But, you know, going into the scripture, what is that? Revelation 2 and 26. It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. All right? So there's a thing that we're working for, man. This ain't no, you know, doing this thing without taking heed to the promises that Yahweh Shah has for his elect, you know, because Lord willing, we of that number and we're giving diligence to make our calling and election sure, you know. So with that being said, right, it says to the end, right? So what does it say in Matthew 10 and 22? And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. You see, so the end, it's all about the end, man. This thing is not a how you say a sprint. It's a marathon, man. You know, and we trying to get to the end because there's going to be a lot of things coming, man, down the pipeline, so to speak. You know, we talking about the guillotines, right? The FEMA camps, martial law, people going into people's houses. You see what I'm saying? The lack of love from, you know, from the world, which we don't really give a fuck about, but you know, family members, relatives, friends, whatever. You know, the scriptures say that the son shall put the father to death, the brother shall, you know, so on and so forth. Paraphrasing, right? So there's a lot of things that we could be looking forward to. If it's our lot, you know, to die for this truth, so be it, man. You know, so you know that this is why we constantly salute the brothers, give peace and salutations into the hopeful elect. Because why? Because we want them to endure to the end as well, man. Because we all working for that same penny, right? Like the parable that Yahweh Shah, you know, spoke to his disciples. You know what I mean? So when it said that he that keepeth my works, now what does it say in the book of James? Yea, a man say, thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you thy faith, my faith by my works. You see? Why? Because we are putting in work, not for us, but for Yahweh Shai. Look at everything that he done for us, man. You know? Damn, they got the sidewalk all messed up. You know, I'm just going on a little walk, man. It's a good day out, trying to meditate on the law like we supposed to, you know, day and night. So again, we supposed to just continue to put in this work for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? So that's why he said, he that, you know, keepeth my works unto the end, man. You see, so we ask the Father through his son to not take the spirit away from us, man. If you know, fall down, you get up again, man. You know, you got to shake them demons off you, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be anything, you know, because we use the word but not abusing it. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, you know, because all this word's going to pass away. So why be attached to anything that's here? Everything's supposed to be on the back burner other than the work of the Most High, man. You know? because we looking for salvation. We in hell right now, and the kingdom of heaven is within us, meaning we have that peace, that order, all right, because we keeping these laws to the best of our ability, right, in the faith of Yahweh Shai, right, waiting for it to be manifested physically, so we could get put back in our rightful order, because the Israelites were meant to be, a royal priesthood, man. Yahweh Shai said that, he made us kings and priests in the chapter 1 of Revelation, you know. So we know our true worth, right? In Psalms it says, "Ye are gods, but ye shall die as men." All right, so we technically, you know, we don't want to die, and we're not supposed to die if you were in a godship, and we have to have that God mentality. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we striving for, man, that everlasting life. And you can only get that through Yahweh Shai. Meaning what? Trying to be like him. All right, walking in the spirit. Because in the book of Romans, it says, "He who walketh in the spirit," right, are as many as walk in the spirit are the sons of the living power. You know? And that's what we striving for, man. So we got to keep these works into the end. See, the Most High is purposely putting us through certain things, you know? For what? To test your faith, man. Because it says the just shall live by his faith. We ain't even really scratched the surface for real. We in it, brothers is catching hell, but we're gonna catch way more hell, you know? So because you're supposed to put your treasures in heaven, man. Everything else down here is gonna rot, you know. Don't be worrying about, your living situation, jobs. You're supposed to do what you have to do as a man, especially as a man of the Lord. But like Elder Apostle Gabal say, in order to be a man of the Lord, you got to first be a man. All right, and that's part of this truth, that you understanding what the title, man is, because we're males, you know. But what is a man according to the scriptures, right? And a man of the Lord at that, because that's really the only people that the Most High is going to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Which is all the elect, or the governing body, should I say? Because 1/3 is of men, women, and children, right? But we trying to strive for the top place, man, but in a humble and meek spirit, because we understand that this ain't living. We subject to payments. We getting hell from our bosses at work. We working for little to nothing. Can't survive too much. But we all counted joy, when you fall into diverse temptations. Catching hell from a woman, catching hell from your kids, because, this world and everybody in it, other than the elect, ain't in their right mind. They ain't in the right spirit, Well, should I say, our people, the 2/3, right? Because the heathens, they wasn't given the law specifically Esau Edom, because Esau Edom is doing exactly what the Most High designed them to do, to be wicked. These so-called Caucasians. You see what I'm saying? And he programmed them, right, to try to make a council, a secret council, to blot out the remembrance of his people, the Israelites. But see, the Most High going to raise that standard, lift up that standard, man. He's going to give people spiritual power. You know what I mean? There's a lot of miracles going to happen, man, because we're going to see a lot of things that never happened before, So we just looking for salvation, man. All right? So when these wacky-tacky Christians be like, "Oh, we saved," how? Saved from what? You know what type of problems is about to come? So that's why Yahweh Shah said, "He that endureth unto the end shall be saved." You got to make it to the end of the movie, Lord willing, right? That's like somebody watching a movie, first 15 minutes, cut it off, and want to act like they know everything in the movie already. Oh, I know how the plot go. I know how this movie gonna go. You don't know the twists and turns. You're not the producer. You're not the director. The Most High, Yahweh, is the director, man. He know how it's gonna go down. We know in part and we prophesy in part. We know what's to come, but we don't know how exactly it's gonna pinpoint out. We can have ideas through the spirit because we what measure the time down diligently. The measuring tool is these scriptures. That's what it says in Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. You see, when these things that I've told thee from the beginning, from the past, and knoweth that this is the time that the Most High coming to visit the earth. Roughly paraphrasing. You see? So we know the Most High is coming to visit the earth. And in Romans it says, what shall the faith of the Most High through their unbelief, you know, be made void? Yahweh forbid. So we don't care if anybody else believes, man. People think America gonna last forever, but what are we gonna do? We're gonna still keep our works, which is our faith, Lord willing. You know, people everybody looking for financial, monetary, and really selfish reasons to do what everything they want to do, because really their God, all right, is man. It's Esau, Edom, it's anything but Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Anything but Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see, but we don't trust in man or any of his devices, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, Esau, Edom's devices, but we trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai because that's the one that's going to come to our rescue, Lord willing, if we are part of his elect, So the whole point is keeping the works until the end. We're not at the end yet, all right? But we coming to that end, all right, brothers? So all of that you may be dealing with, all of that you may be dealing with, all that hell that you catching through, it's up for a moment of time. The scriptures say a light affliction. You know what I mean? People, it's going to get bad, man. It's going to get bad, but whether it be, bosses or people threatening to risk lose your job, or landlord risking, to lose your apartment or home, or, a woman risking to take away their child from you, or whatever it may be, to, risk, going to jail for whatever reason. You got to just put it all in Yahweh Shah's hands, man. All right, and just have belief and faith that whatever the Most High's will is for you individually, all right, is him dealing with you on the right-hand side, which is, the righteous side. All right, Yahweh Shah says at the right hand of the Most High, right? So that, you could have that peace of mind of knowing that he's going to take care of you, because in the scriptures it was that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 9, and he has care for his elect. So no matter what you might be going through, whether you do, have to, go to jail, whether you do lose your house, whether you do lose your job, whether you do lose your children, whether you do lose your car, you got to keep the faith, man. Don't lose focus, because the Most High on the left-hand side, according to Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7, I create darkness, I create the light, I the Lord do all these things, roughly paraphrasing. You see, so he could be sending Satan and them left-handed, spirits, to deal with you, to really get you ready for what's to come, man. That's why wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. So much shit is going to be going on, and your mind, you got to fortify. This is why in Peter, was that First Peter? It said, gird up the loins of thy mind. You see, so we in war. This is spiritual warfare, man. They can easily get into your boss to mess with you, get into your woman, to mess with you, right? Try to throw you off, try to take away time from you doing the work. All right, have you worrying, have you doubting. All right, but all that is shaitan, man. You're supposed to be rebuking that in the name of Yahweh Shai. All right, constantly praying for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to protect you, man, to give you that endurance. You don't not supposed to ask why this, why that. You know, give me the strength to go through adversity, man. You know, don't wish for or pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength and perseverance to go through a hard life, man, because you know it's a straight and narrow. You know, people going through the wide gate. You know, straight meaning difficulty. You know, narrow because it's even in what is that? Second address. You know, it's only one man could go at a time because on the left is fire, on the right is water. Roughly paraphrasing. You know, so look at that Jedediah, uh, Yadad, Yada, Daya. If you would have really, because that's a Hebrew name, you know. And it's crazy. I think Yada or Yada is knowledge or to know, right? Or knowledge of Yahweh. See, and that, the knowledge of Him is, you know, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, man. You know. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, just a little walk and talk, trying to get a little bit of exercise and all that. You know, keep good state of body. Simple little walk. The Lord willing, everybody, all the brothers, man, that's doing the work, that y'all stay on fire. You know, stay on fire, man, because you lukewarm, He gonna spew us out of His mouth, man. You know, symbolically speaking, He gonna take you out the truth, turn you into a bug out. We don't want that. You know, so we constantly not only exhorting, admonishing, edifying the sheep, but also ourselves, man. Because man shall not live by word alone. I mean, by bread alone, Slakia, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. Right? So with that, man, I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babor, and until the next time, Shalom.